Welcome to Saints Nation.
Hello and welcome back to Saints Nation. I'm your host Spencer Pearson, and today we only have a few brief stories, so let's get right into it. First, in campus news, we have the FFA Pumpkin Patch. Now, some of you may know the FFA have been running this pumpkin patch for the past few years and are doing it to not only help support and fund the FFA, but also to help get some families ready for the fall season. Now, this year their setup is going to be great. They have a petting zoo as well as a variety of amazing pumpkins. So why don't you head on down to Silverado Trail, stop by, help support the FFA, and get ready for the fall season. Also in campus news, we have homecoming. Now, as all of you know, I'm assuming, homecoming is going to be starting next week on the 14th. That will be the day when we all start building our floats. As of right now, I know that the juniors have the theme of Greece as a country, and the seniors have the theme of Egypt. Unfortunately, I don't know what the freshman or sophomore themes are, but I'm sure they're going to be amazing, and I can't wait to see who comes out on top in this year's competition. Finally, in campus news, just to let you all know, the Interact Club, one of the most prominent clubs on this campus, has now started meeting. They've started their meetings just a few weeks ago, but I figured it bared repeating as they do such a good job for this campus. So make sure you stop by during lunches. Mr. K will be putting out signs so that you don't forget, but make sure you stop by and join the Interact Club if you're interested. But now we're going to pass it on over to Lido, who has some sports for us. Now, I've heard that he's doing some homecoming sports, so let's go see what he has for us this week.
Thank you, Spencer. Hello and welcome to sports. This week, we're going to talk a bit about football and Powder Puff. We're going to talk about homecoming since it is the week before homecoming. So let's jump right into it. We'll focus on football first. First things first, the football team so far has played Tomales, Healdsburg, St. Vincent's, Kelseyville, and Lower Lake. There are 3-1. They only lost to Healdsburg, and the other games, especially Lower Lake and Kelseyville, were pretty good wins. Last week at Lower Lake, they won 42-6, and the Lower Lake team only scored 1 point at the very end, literally the last play of the game. So pretty much it was a blowout the whole time. This is going to be quite an interesting game, though. You'll see a lot more players than we have had before. We have some people coming to help fill in some slots where people are not there, and one player coming back to reprise an old position. We had 2 injuries last week, so you're going to see some more players coming in. Timmy is coming back in, and then Mikey Macias, he's going to be playing end for us this week and possibly next week, so we'll see a lot more out of them on the defense for sure. Also on the defense, you'll see Ivor Otero. He has been out because we had some trouble with paperwork, but he's coming back in. He's been out for the first couple games. He's a fantastically skilled player, and we'll see him come in, and he's going to knock some teeth. He's playing outside linebacker, cornerback, and running back. He's going to come in, and it's going to be a whole new game of football. We're glad to have him back, and he is from Middletown, so this could get interesting. This will be a very interesting game. This Powder Puff game is going to be an epic battle of ladies against ladies. It's going to be tooth and nail, tooth and broken nail. It's going to be nail polish and blood and tears flying everywhere. Sometimes I think that Powder Puff football is a little more intense than real football. It's quite an intense game, and you'll be seeing the freshmen and the juniors with their coaches Gannon Laidlaw and Tanner Ward on the seniors and the sophomores with coaches Sebastian Segura, Tony Devoni, and Gatlin Blakely. As always, it's going to be an interesting Thursday night battle, so you're going to be missing your college football games, but why watch college football when you can watch your Powder Puff football? So, speaking of college football, you're going to want to, like college football, you're going to want to get your fantasy Powder Puff teams ready for this game. And it's going to be a very interesting game. You're going to want to watch your quarterbacks. Make sure you have your fantasy team ready to go. We're going to go in depth a little more with this sports report. We're going to talk about the Powder Puff team. I'm going to hand it on over to Brandon, who's going to go a little more into the emotions and the passion of the Powder Puff football teams. Brandon.
All right, I'm out here in the field with Gatlin Blakely, the coach for the senior and sophomore team. We have a couple questions for you about Powder Puff. What do you think your biggest strengths are?
Our strengths are that we have speed and we have experience. Experience is the big thing. People know what to do. It's kind of basic. We're kind of doing the same thing we did last year, so everyone should know what they're doing.
All right, and what do you expect from the other team this year?
I expect to see a confused team with freshmen and juniors because the experience is lacking there, and my experience last year was that we practiced a lot more than the seniors and sophomores, but they were still, just because of their experience, they still were able to compete with us very, very well.
All right, thank you very much for your time, and now back to you, Lido.
Thank you, Brandon. As always, Powder Puff should be amazingly entertaining. It's always good fun to go out there and support your school, watch them compete against ourselves, and it's great fun just to do stuff for the sake of homecoming. So go out there and get your spirit wear. As you can see, I've put on my Saints jacket and go for homecoming. It's gonna be kind of cold, so you're gonna want to go and grab a whole bunch of Saints gear. You're gonna want your Saints knit caps, your Saints socks, your Saints sweatshirts. You're gonna want to put it on, get all jazzed up. We want to be supporting our team because it's gonna be a good game this year. And this year we're gonna go, we're gonna win, and it's gonna be awesome. So let's look at some games to look forward to this weekend.
Tuesday, we have soccer at Clear Lake and volleyball at Cloverdale. On Thursday, we have soccer at Fort Bragg and volleyball at Kelseyville and Powder Puff at 7 p.m. And on Friday, we have a football game against Middletown at Middletown.
So be sure to go check out Middletown this weekend. We're going to win. We're going to step up the ladder and make our way to league finals. We are going to win the championship this year, and we're going to go and win homecoming just for fun. Back to you, Spencer.
Thanks, Lito. That was fantastic. But now we're going to have to move on to a new piece which helps inform the less informed about technology. Let's go see what Nat, our music producer and tech producer, has for us with Tech Head this week.
Thank you, Spencer. My name is Nat Holland. Welcome to Tech Head. On Tech Head, we give you tech tips that you can use in your daily life. Today we're going to be talking about email clients. An email client is for people that have multiple emails and cannot control them all together at once. So what you can do is you can compile all of your emails in one place on your desktop, and you're set. Some of the clients that you can use are Thunderbird, Outlook. I prefer Thunderbird because it's it's free and it's more extensive. Thank you. That was Tech Ed. Back to you, Spencer.
Thanks, Nat. Learned a lot, and I can't wait to hear from you next time. But until then, we're going to move on to Puppy of the Week, which this week's puppy is very adorable and very worthy of the amount of praise that we're giving him. So let's change up the pace a bit this week and just give him a moment of silence so that we can all ingest his cuteness and his adorableness. Ready? Go. Alright, well, that's been enough for a moment of silence, and that has been Puppy of the Week for us all. So now we're going to move on to Snapshot and finish up the piece. We'll be back next Friday with another episode, and until then, we'll see you all. This has been Saints Nation.
Flew all the way back. When you got back to your tent, 1 minute too late, was already wrecked. It's a fraction of the whole, but it's hard to control. And get this straight.
Hey! Are you feeling overlooked, disregarded, not cool enough to walk around campus in front of everybody? Well, we've got a solution for you. Starting today, the office is going to be beginning to sell the Saints merchandise. We've got t-shirts, some great designs here. As you can see, we have some wonderful designs. They're very unique and no other school will have them. We've got some black as well. As you can tell, different designs, different colors, so that's magnificent. I can't wait to wear some of those. Let's go for jackets next. As you can see, these are quality jackets. They're going to be coming in at about $45, and they're the same designs as the t-shirts. They're wonderful. We also have a zipper version of the same jacket, but the design is instead on the back, as the t-shirt showed on front. And possibly one of the most unique items that we have are these socks this year. Now, personally, I can't wait to wear these. I am a lover of unique socks, and these are exactly what I'm looking for with the unique colors and designs and whatnot. So, great job, ASB. Great job, everyone. Make sure you stop by the office and buy your merchandise because we've got some great stuff waiting for you. I'll see you guys next week.